Doc Rivers there with Rosgold on Wood-A, and that was before the Clippers' collapse against the Warriors last night, in which they gave up that 50-point third quarter to lose to Golden State for the 10th straight time. We want to talk about the state of the Clippers here in just a moment, but 10 straight times, what is the psychological damage that these games are inflicting on the Clippers? Because they haven't just been run-of-the-mill games.
Yeah.
They've been blowouts. They've been comebacks. They've been that thing last night. I mean, that's hard to take after a while.
Well, it is. I mean, 10 is a lot, and that's obviously a rivalry in the Pacific Division. So at the end of the day, the Clippers are going to have to figure out a way to slow them down. It's hard to do. It doesn't help your confidence when you give up 50 points in a quarter. Now, in saying that, Chris wasn't there last night, and he's obviously a huge piece to the puzzle for the Clippers to make the game easier for everybody. And Chris can do a much better job of controlling the tempo for them because he's obviously a great point guard. So at the end of the day, we know how great the Warriors are, but the Clippers are going to have to figure it out, and they're going to have to figure it out quick.
Yeah, without question. I think part of the reason they haven't been successful is, in some ways, the Clippers try to play the same sort of style as
We've seen
the
a lot of
Warriors.
teams fall into that trap.
And
yeah.
I contend you're going to lose.
Yeah.
Over the long run, you're going to lose, whether it's in a series or whether it's over these number of years.
Right.
You know, to beat the Golden State Warriors, I'm convinced at this point is going to take a team that truly controls the tempo of the game, extends possessions as long as the 24-second clock allow, get the ball inside, shoot high percentage shots, stay away from threes, which is not the norm in the league right now,
right.
But that's what it's going to take to shoot a high percentage and stop the Warriors from getting out in the break. And the Clippers have not done that.
Yeah, if I'm in a race against Usain Bolt and I get to set what the race is going to be, it's not going to be a straight line down the track because he does that really well. I'm going to find some other thing.
They have to find a way to muddy the waters, just like Stu said. Something different, keep them off balance, but the pace and possessions is huge against them.
As for the Clippers, they are tied for the 4th, 5th spot with the Utah Jazz right now, 5 back of Houston in the Western Conference. But Chris Paul is coming back, we think, tonight. That's not definitive yet as far as we know, but he tweeted as much, or seemed that way. Finally back from the injury that kept him out 14 games, the left thumb injury. So they're basically healthy again. What kind of a move do you expect the Clippers to make here over the next few weeks down the stretch run?
Well, I think their move needs to be one of, a mental move. They just need to get themselves together. They don't have an excuse of not being healthy right now. They've got their leader and point guard back and the guy that finishes games for them so very well. So, listen, at this point, and listen, they know it, right? This is probably the last run for this group.
Right.
And now it's do or die. You've got your 25 games left in the playoffs. The time is now. They know that. It's almost like in college when you're a senior playing your last games. They're going to give their best effort.
What do you make? You know these guys well. What do you make of this window that we're in now? Because it does feel like the last go-around for this group. That doesn't mean they can't keep them together, but it seems unlikely if it doesn't work this time, right?
Well, I mean, they're going to win. You know, if they're healthy, they're 50-something win team every year. They put themselves in the mix every year. And with DeAndre and Blake and Chris, obviously you have a chance to do anything special every year. Injuries have taken a toll. There's no question about it. Every team goes through it. But right now, like Stu said, it's time to make it happen here in the last 25-plus games. They are probably going to face Golden State, it looks like, in the second round. That's not something that we just talked about is in the Clippers' favor.
Right.
And even if not, San Antonio's no bargain as well. So, and those teams have to get by their first-round opponents. I get it, but I'm just talking from a favorite standpoint, how the mental approach with the Clippers are, staying healthy, playing their best basketball. So when they go into the playoffs, they're going in on a high, they're going in excited, and more importantly, they're going in healthy and confident.
Is there a roster element that this team has lacked? I mean, it's nitpicking because they've been a very good team for a long time now, but they can't get beyond where they need to get beyond.
San Antonio, Kawhi Leonard, arguably the best two-way player we have in the league, or one of the top. And in Golden State, you have Kevin Durant. So two of the three top small forwards, you're going to have to go up against. The Clippers have not really, they go small. They can go with Jamal, they can go with Redick, they go with Chris. They're very small. How are you going to guard that position against the two top teams? Now, if Mute's in there, he's not as offensively gifted as some of the other guys, but he brings better toughness and defense. So they're going to have to find a way to manipulate that position because Kawhi Leonard or Kevin Durant, are going to dominate that spot.
They did a decent job treading water without Paul, one of the most valuable point guards in the league. Obviously, they went 6-8 during the 14 games without him. They face the Spurs tonight. Pau Gasol is expected to return for San Antonio. He was out 15 games. They went 11-4 because they're the Spurs, and it just they do whatever they want pretty much.